What is going on, everybody?
Yo,
It's afternoon host Racquel Goldy, and I'm here. Well, not like physically here, of course, over Skype with Zack Martino. What's going on? How are
yo, what
you?
up? What up? I'm great, great. Just hanging in there. How are you doing?
We're doing okay. We're here, in Miami. At least we have some sunshine and like palm trees to look at. Where in the world is Zack Martino right now?
I'm in my mom's house in New York, Staten Island, New York.
Okay.
So thankfully, right now, the weather is really nice. So that's very good. But yeah, just can't really go out. But we're hanging in there, and it's gonna be good soon.
Yeah. So, first of all, happy belated birthday, number
Thank
one.
you, thank you.
Second of all, thank you for being a part of our Pass the Soap video challenge. That was so much fun.
Yeah, that was
So if
fun.
If you guys didn't look at it yet, you have to check out our TikTok / our social media because Zach is featured, Ladado, Damaged Goods. A lot of our friends are in it. We're doing the Dylan Francis Pass the Soap Challenge. So thank you for being a part of it.
Of course, of course.
It was so much fun. I heard how was your mom feeling about wasting this soap?
So I did a few takes because I obviously don't know my right and left. So I knew that I had to like pass it this way. So I kept doing it like 4 or 5 times. And then my mom runs over and she's like, "Stop wasting the soap." But it was fine. I said it was for a good cause, and
Exactly.
she
See,
understood.
even DJs are at home right now with their family, and
Yeah,
their moms are yelling at them about wasting soap. It's
exactly,
fine.
exactly. Yeah.
We're
No, but
just
it's good. It's
just
definitely
like
good
everybody
though.
else.
Yeah, honestly, like this year I wasn't home like at all. I was on the road and stuff, so I took some time off just to like get my music straight and like do a bunch of rebranding and all that. But then the quarantine hit, so now
Right.
it's like a blessing in disguise, I guess. I feel like as sucky as this is, I feel like the world needed a break and like a
Yeah.
reset. So we're just making the most of it, and I genuinely love being home. Like I love being home with my family, so it's really nice.
It's really crazy that you said the world's getting a reset because I keep saying that, and I really think,
Yeah,
I mean, same thing with you guys. You guys, everyone knows you're always flying everywhere. You're doing all these shows, but we're keeping up with you guys. We're at these shows. We're interviewing you
yeah,
guys. We're doing the same kind of thing. So, I mean, the fact that we're actually getting to, rest and really be grateful for our lives that we
yeah.
have, I think is something that everyone is really, appreciative for right now. And this just
Exactly.
means after everything is over and done with, finally, and it's safe to, be at these shows, it's going to be insane.
It's
It's
gonna.
going to be
I
insane.
feel like everyone's just ready. Everyone's ready for the summer. I'm hoping we have a summer. That's like my one big thing. If we could have a summer, I think everyone's just gonna be going nuts. Everyone's gonna be going, just wanting to party, such good vibes, and yeah, it's good. It's gonna be good.
I know. It's going to be crazy. I need to talk with you right now about Crave You because, I mean, I
Yeah.
love that track. I play it all the time on my show.
Thank you.
And we've had such good responses to it. But it took you 7 years, right, to kind of
Yeah.
make it?
Yeah, so I had the instrumental. It was a completely different instrumental. Like 7 years ago, I sent it over. No, no, sorry. This was like 4 years ago. Seven
Okay.
years ago, Lenny, I didn't even know her at the time, and she already wrote some of this. So this was Crave You 7 years ago was in a notepad, and
Wow.
then 4 years later, I had an instrumental that I sent over to my friend Mike, who was friends with Lenny, who I still never spoke to before. So I said, Lenny, like I said to Mike, I said, hey, can you have her just write lyrics down and sing over this? And she sent it back like 2 days later. And there was like the first version of Crave You. But then
Wow.
3 years went by. Like my life started, I had other projects building up, and Crave You was just sitting on a shelf. But I always wanted to do something with it. So when I went to Amsterdam, I had a show out there, and then I went to like a bunch of writing camps and stuff. And then I did an interview with Fader Pro, and they're a company where like they live stream, or not live stream. Uh I don't know what it's called when it's like there's a DJ making a song, and then like they're just recording the whole process. I'm drawing a
So it's
blank
kind of
on
like
that.
a master class.
Yes, a masterclass. Yeah, like
Okay.
I'm I'm losing it. But yeah,
We
so
are.
yeah, so I did a masterclass with them, and waking up that day, I was like, holy crap! Like, what song am I gonna make? Like, this was like the end of the trip, so I was away from home for 1 month,
Wow.
So this was like one of the last days. So I was shot. I was like, all right, what am I gonna do? Like, I had no idea. So I get to the Armada office, and I'm like, wait a second, Crave, you like, I have these vocals like laying around. Let me just hustle through this, and let me try to do something that, that I wouldn't normally just do. And I never did this in my life, like a masterclass or anything. So we did the masterclass for 7 hours straight, no breaks, nothing. I was in the
7 hours?
zone. 7 hours. I had a couple of shots of espresso, and yeah, like from 9 a.m. till 7 hours later, the song was like 90% done. And then after that, like I showed how I made it, everything like from start to finish. And then after that, what happened? So I sent it back to Lenny, and I was like, Lenny, it needs something. It needs like a chorus or something on on like the break part where it's like, I need your love. I need like that part that wasn't there
Yeah.
originally. So
Oh, wow.
after I made this new production on it, then we added that in, and that was like, okay, now it sounds like a radio song, because I made it like a club song. So now it's like, oh, I hope the radio likes it. I hope like people would sing along to it. So it really worked out, and I'm so thankful that you guys play it, and everyone's supporting it.
That's crazy. I love when you have those stories like that, because I feel like so many people don't understand the process, or necessarily just don't, it's not really talked about, especially with
Yeah.
something like that. I mean, people I know have, written a song 10 years ago, and they're picking it up again now, and it becomes a huge hit. That happens a lot. And especially, I mean, for the fact for it to happen for in the EDM world is really cool. So, and you guys had never met, correct? Like, you still had never like physically met at that point, or had?
So we met, like once she sang the first version, we met for lunch. We had sushi, and it was like we like hit it off as friends. But then life got in the way. She had her own project she was working on. I was doing my style was, so the song I made. So backstory on, like, I started out making house music. So
Right.
that's what I learned. I started making deep house and tech house at 14. So
You were,
when I
yeah, I
started,
was gonna say you were super young when you started.
yeah, and like when I started getting more like vocals into me, and like I started making friends with the vocalist, I couldn't really do it in a tech version. I guess I just wasn't knowledgeable enough to do that. But what I did know was progressive house. And what I started, like, I think the first progressive housey song was this song called Journey. And that's what I did. That was like the first song I ever put out in 2015. So from there, but then with this track that I sent to Lenny, it was a housey song. So I was like, oh crap, I'm putting
It's
out
fine.
yeah, my bad.
It's YouTube. It's YouTube. We're good.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm putting out like these progressive house songs, but I can't really put out uh, a house, like a deep house song, because it's just not like with the brand at the moment. So that's why it sat for so long. So then now when I was like, you know what, screw this, like that's when I was like with Mood. That was the first song where I was like, you know what, like I'm doing what I started.
Yeah.
I love progressive house, but my heart was in house music, like for like since I was young. And it's like it's very sad that, like, I kind of just like, all right, did this genre piece, but it just
Right.
made it got to the point, like, as a creator, that I wasn't happy creating. And a lot of people are like,
Let
oh,
me know.
we missed the old. That's, I always say, like, how is it, like, you're a great painter, like, let's say someone's a great painter, and then they're only allowed to paint apples because
Or
everyone loved their
right.
apple paintings. And that's how I felt, that I was stuck in like this little stigma of like, okay, yeah, you made a progressive house song and it worked, so now I have to continue doing that. And I didn't, my heart wasn't like into it
Yeah.
as much.
I mean, I
So
feel like it's a big problem with the music industry just in general. Like, once you make something and it explodes,
mm,
either everyone starts jumping on that bandwagon, or they just want you to keep being in that kind of genre. And I mean, eventually that's what ends up happening. You're, kind of just exhausted in
yeah,
that area. So, I
and
mean,
even
hey, it worked out for you. So this is definitely
yeah,
inspirational for
yeah, and it's like
aspiring DJs and
when I
producers.
yeah, and when I play shows, it's like I never wanted it to be like confusing. So I didn't want people to be like, oh, well, Zach makes progressive house, but he's playing house music at his shows, and it's like, oh man, like that's what I didn't want. So I got a new management, and we are just like really toning in on like the brand aspect of things, and everything is now finally like making sense, and it's a very exciting process because I feel like I'm 12 years old again, like learning everything new. So it's
Yeah.
like it's really cool. It's like a really like inspiring moment like in my career right now. So I just have to keep doing it, and yeah, it's going really well.
Isn't it? It's crazy and exciting. I feel you can tell from just like how happy you are. It's all starting to like line up and happen. And I was talking to Nightmare. I talked to him last week, and he was kind of talking about he had that moment that happened too. And it's just like it's so. It makes you feel like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing in life. So that's so
Exactly.
great.
And it's so crazy. I look at it as like, I don't want to compare it to like relationships, but like it's like you never know until you really know, you know.
Oh
And you
yeah.
have to go through like trial and error. Like you have to like really see like what you want in a partner. That's what I was doing with like music. It's like, okay, what do I love, but what do I like? Because I like a lot of things, but what do I really love? So it's like it's this weird back and forth that I have in my mind. Like, okay, what do I really want to do, not what I have to do. And that's when I made Mood. Mood took about 6 months to make as well. That was like the transition song into like the newer sound that I'm going for.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a perfect analogy, like within a relationship, because that's literally what it is. But I will say the good thing about being in the EDM world, EDM land that we're living in is, you know, you can have an alias and you can kind of put that sound out under you as someone else, which is really cool. I feel like in the
Yeah,
future in the music industry, more and more like
100%.
singers are going to start doing that
Yeah,
because
and if I was to do that, I would do it with a partner. Like I would do it like in a duo, and because like I love playing alone, but like there's nothing like up on stage with your homies, like just playing
oh yeah.
music. So it's so much fun. So if I were to ever do like a side project, like which I spoke about, I'll probably get into it a little bit. It would be like with someone and like do like a little group thing.
I love it. All
That'd be
right, so
cool.
we're gonna going off that. Who is a dream collaboration in any genre? It doesn't need to be an EDM. It could be, you know, a singer songwriter or just in general. Who do you want? Who would you love to
Just one,
collab?
just one.
You can give me like top three.
Top three: Black Bear,
Okay.
Halsey, um, Black Bear, Halsey, and this is so hard. This is so hard because you know what I love? I love rock music. So
Okay.
like, if I were to ever do a collaboration, it would be me and like I would say Simple Creatures. That's one of my like you ever hear Simple Creatures?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that because you get the best of both worlds. You have Blink
Right.
182 and you
Yep.
have what is it, All Time Low? I forgot
Thanks.
the yeah,
Yes.
I think so. I forgot the singer's name. I'll don't quote me on that, but I forgot the singer's name. But I think he was in that band, and it's like yeah, like that, like those would be like a really cool because then I'd form like my own style with their vocals.
That'd
So I
be
think
so dope.
yeah, because that's what I'm doing now. Like I love rock music, so I have a bunch of like I have a new collab coming out with. They're from Florida as well. You ever hear of 408?
Mm-mm.
408, they're a rock band, but they're so good. Like they're super super talented, and we're doing like a rock slash housey infused record, and
That's
it's
sick.
sounding really cool so far.
There's so much good talent in Florida. I mean,
Oh yeah,
people only think about like, you know, New York, LA, Nashville, that kind of the music scene, but like Miami and South Florida in general just has such a good entertainment, art, music scene. So
definitely.
I appreciate. Thank you. I applaud you for
Yeah,
finding
yeah.
some
No,
South Florida
definitely. I have a
talent.
friend. I just finished up a song. I think yesterday. Yesterday I finished two songs. One of them is with Landis. He's also from Florida.
Oh, Landis. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So we have a song coming out with Lucas Marks, who is also like insanely talented. And yeah, that one's like a nice like radio friendly type of song as well. So we did that
That's awesome.
yesterday.
I love Landis. He was in the
Yeah.
past video too. So
Yeah, he literally sent it to me. He was like, "Oh my god, I didn't know we were like both in this."
that's so
We were
fun.
just laughing about it. But yeah, yeah, he's awesome. Such a nice guy as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, I will always say, and I've been saying, I mean, I came from working in country music where everyone is very, very nice too. And you guys, like everyone in EDM, all the DJs, you guys are the sweetest, nicest people to talk to. It makes me so happy that you guys are so, willing to do these Skype interviews because, I mean, obviously Music Week was canceled. Ultra didn't happen. We were supposed to get all this content. And so now we're like, all right, what can we do to still be able to talk to you guys to give everyone some sort of normal? So, this is the next best thing, obviously.
It's great that you guys are doing this too.
Yeah.
It's really great. Yeah.
But,
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing with Skype.
Yeah.
We freeze. You know what? It's real. It's okay.
It's all good. It's all good.
Fine. So what have you got coming up next? Obviously, you said obviously shows, tours being put on hold, postponed, but musically, I guess. What can we expect from Zack Martino for the rest of 2020 or 2021, which is scary, but
it's honestly, I'm going off of a vibe right now, and as weird as that sounds, is I want to put these records out when I feel the happiest, and I feel like in a time like this, it's kind of weird to be promoting myself in a way. Like I kind of want to wait it out, maybe at least till May, but I have an EP coming out with 6 records, which I'm very, very happy about. All these records are the records that I've been making since June. So this has been almost a year-long process, and Crave was the first record off of the EP. And we had to push back a little bit, but the next song that's coming out is called Dreamin'. It's with Lena Leon. Do you know her? She's also from New York. She's like an insane vocalist, songwriter, everything. Like, I love her. But yeah, we have that song coming out. Oh, and Lenny's on that one too. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, that's like the follow-up to Crave. And then I don't know if I could say the others yet. Okay, I'll say one more. Something About You. Something About You is also Something About You is like one that I'm super, super, super happy about. And I did that with the singer from Make Me Yours, my song. So yeah, it's just like it's like kind of flowing into like this darker house type of vibe, which is really cool.
Is so exciting. When's the EP coming out? You said June?
We're aiming for the summer. I think the summer we'll have a better understanding what's going on with like the virus and all of that. Because what I would love to do is like shoot music videos and stuff, and it's kind of hard to get a group of people together now to shoot and like really get everything going. So it's like I said, it's okay to wait. Like I feel everything's gonna be like getting better soon. So we just have to just wait it out and just stay positive with everything. But yeah, hopefully May, June, July is going to be a ton of releases and just hopefully a lot more content. I think that's what I'm trying to get at, like just a lot more content and stuff like that for the EP.
I'm so excited for you. This is going to be so great. I'm so excited for the EP to come out.
Thank
what
you.
is something you want to tell, your fans and your supporters?
Yeah.
Just because obviously all this crazy is happening right now.
Yeah. Well, if you're a supporter and you want to be a DJ, a singer, anything like that, my best advice to you right now, and especially if you're still living at home and you aren't working, is to pick up a hobby. Pick up something that you always wanted to do that you never could have because of school, work, all this stuff. Because right now, it's like the perfect time to really find yourself. I feel it's like try to do something so bizarre that everyone would be like, what the hell are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? Like, do something so crazy that only you would really want to do that you just never could have before, and run with it and just really try anything. But to everyone who bought tickets to my shows and all that stuff, they are being postponed till further notice. If it's later 2020, it's or early 2021, it's all gonna be good. We have a bunch more lined up, and yeah, I'm sorry that this is happening to the world. Like I feel so bad, but we'll all get through it, and it's just gonna be okay.
Literally, I feel like Zack Martino for president right now. Like after hearing you just say all that, I'm like, it is gonna be okay. You're right. Like
it is.
You need to do some like inspirational like Instagram live or something because
I used to like last year and stuff, but I definitely think it's time to do some lives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever need anyone to chat with, I'm here.
Yeah,
So
let's do it. We'll do it. Definitely. We should do actually
I'm,
one on Instagram soon.
no,
I
I'm
think
so
everyone
down.
would love that.
Let's do it. All right,
Definitely.
Zach, you are the best. Thank you so much
Thank
for hanging out
you.
with me.
Of
And
course, of
I
course.
will talk with you soon, okay?
Definitely. I'll see you in Miami soon.
Yes, see you in Miami soon.
All right.
Uh,
Bye. Take care.